President Trump is always going to be held accountable because he does not necessarily pay attention to those journalists or pundits on air. He pays attention to the people, not popularity polls, to the people. And when they want to say that these decisions are being made in the Pentagon without his knowledge, I have to object to that. Unless these gentlemen are in the room and actually can verify and make it a fact that President Trump did not know, that issue, as well as we're talking about some of the other stories that have been brought up that President Trump was not aware of, I think is actually completely wrong. There is not a single action going on within the Pentagon, especially on something as large as dropping the mother of all bombs, that the President of the United States did not have any knowledge of beforehand. That's absolutely ludicrous and insulting not only to the President in the White House, but to the people who supported him. And that's right now, I think, what we have to be careful as we're talking about. You're on the verge of your election here in France, that the more these pundits continue to insult either it be Le Pen or either of the candidates, they're also insulting their followers. And I think that's where this divide is coming up and is going to be harder to heal. And why we're having to have a harder time healing after the American elections was because these pundits don't realize that they're also insulting the supporters of their candidate when they're saying some of the things and some of the accusations that they're throwing out there right now.
All right, we're almost out of time. Philip Crowther, let me ask you.
This is a president who clearly does listen to pundits on television, though not necessarily the four of us right now. But I doubt there has ever been a president who watches television, then tweets about it, and potentially even creates policy out of what he sees on television and out of what he sees on his favorite shows. He says it himself. He consumes the media voraciously. He consumes cable news more than probably any president before him, and he makes decisions based on that. So that is something I'll have to disagree with you. This is a president who listens to the pundits on television.
All right, Phil